back to my channel. I'm Veronica, a former public school educator turned homeschool mom for 11 years now. Now lately I've been sharing our homeschool journey on my website, nurturingconnectionshomeschool.com, and there I also share free printables. I have blog posts and encouragement for you, and a shop with some planners that I've created to help others and to help myself connect with what matters most. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you our science curriculum picks for next year. So next year I'm going to have a 3rd grader, a 6th grader, and a 9th grader. So we have been homeschooling, as I mentioned, for 11 years. I have been using a bucket planning system that I created to help me track our progress and the different science topics we've been doing. In the younger years, it was all about nature study, observations, getting out for hikes, and having that hands-on learning experience. And so that's something I want to continue to carry into these upper grades as the children are growing up and learning about these concepts at a deeper level. What I'm using is this particular form from my planner, and you can kind of see, there it is, where it has this particular box on top along with this blank one at the bottom. So for science, for example, I will be plugging in the specific goals, and then at the bottom I'm just going to be brainstorming different books that I can find on these topics that I'm covering with the kids, field trip ideas, projects, and things like that that I can just dump in. And so these are my bucket lists for the year. They may or may not happen as we work through our curriculum. We may add on to them throughout the year, but I love having this place to just dump my ideas, kind of that idea bank that I can turn to throughout the year and make sure that we're targeting our most important goals all year long. So without further ado, let me get started. For 3rd grade, for my 3rd grader, we will be doing Generations Curriculum, God Made Plans. Now, God Made Plans is a curriculum that includes the teacher manual or textbook and the activity book. And so I love the way this is set up. Each chapter targets a specific topic, 1 chapter per week. It has 36 chapters total. But one of the things that I really like about this is how it changes it up. So every 4th chapter, you'll see here, it targets a specific biome. And so, for example, in chapter 8, we'll be doing deserts. In chapter 12, it's deciduous forests. In chapter 16, it's coniferous forests. 20, it's the tundra. And it goes on from there, the tropical rainforest, the aquatic freshwater biome, oceans, and so forth. And so it's going to have these opportunities to explore these biomes and these habitats. And that's something we did a few years back. We had done My Father's World, Exploring Countries and Cultures. I have a whole review if you want to check that out. But we did the habitats and the biomes with the older kids. And so I'm really excited that she's going to get that opportunity to dive into those biomes through this particular curriculum. Now, throughout the readings, you can kind of look at how it's set up here. There are hymns, there are scriptures worked throughout. That is one of my favorite things about Generations curriculum, is that they are Christ-centered. They are all about giving honor and glory to God through His creation and through an understanding of His creation. But I also love the photography that they include. And then they also include activities and hands-on opportunities that you can work into your homeschool days to keep the learning experience active, hands-on, engaging, and all of that. So you'll see here, it says time to do activity 1 in the activity book. And then you'll, the next day, read through a little bit more. And then you'll have that pause point for prayer and another activity. And so that is how the book is set up. It has a number of activities every so often, and then they have green thumb activities as well. So the activities are found in here. And you'll see here it has a supplies list, and it also has a suggested schedule that I can follow so that I can target these activities if I wanted to follow it in a 36-week calendar year. Now these are some examples of these activities. You'll see here they're actually planting those plants. These are some grass seeds. They are making ink out of plants, a collage out of cellulose. A lot of these activities are with items found in the home, so I'm going to get a ton. I have a coloring page there, little activity to do on this page, a recipe to follow. So just a number of hands-on experiences. I love that for my child. This particular thing is a green thumb activity. You can see they're just making that little guy or little girl there. But I love the opportunity to have those hands-on experiences with her in an open and go curriculum that's ready for me. I just have to get in there and see what's next, prepare our supplies, and it's done for me. Now, because we had already done biomes with the older kids, I did have some other books already on hand from our Heart of Dakota. Also, we did Preparing Hearts for His Glory, I believe. And so we had the woods and cactus desert, the coral reef. We also had wild places, which is mountains, jungles, and deserts. I believe this is from probably Sunlight or something. We had all about forests, the rainforest over here. So I'm just going to be doing these books as read alouds and just integrating all of that. I'm hoping to visit the botanical gardens we have nearby, an aquarium as we get into the oceans again, and just enjoying this science unit with my daughter. Now for the older kids, this is something that we had started a while back. We never finished it, so I'm thinking I'm going to dip into this a little bit so that she could do some of those activities with my younger daughter. So as it coincides, I'll just kind of pull out some pieces here and there so that she can continue with this if it works out. But more importantly, what I do want her to do is finish God Made Animals. So this is what we started this particular year. We didn't start till mid-year, but we absolutely loved it. This was also from Generations. And I'm thinking we're just going to finish it off. We love the videos. We love the observations and dissections we've been doing. The workbook pages are great. The textbook is beautiful with all the amazing photography. I did do an entire review on God Made Animals that I'm going to link below if you want to check it out and kind of get a flip through and see what it all entails. It is set up very similarly to God Made Plants, except of course it is more complex in nature and is more appropriate for 5th through 7th grades. So I want to continue that with her. And after that, if this continues to go well, then I am considering God Made the World also by Generations. It's just the next level up. We will see how it goes, but I just love the way these are set up. I love the biblical connections, and it's something that I really want her to get as much of as she goes through the grades. Now for my high schooler, Generations does not have high school science curriculums out just yet. So for him, I went ahead and selected master books. We are doing a general science curriculum. This is the teacher guide, and it includes 4 textbooks. This is this is ocean, weather, minerals, and astronomy. So these are the textbooks you'll be using. Now what I liked about this originally is that it has beautiful photography. It is biblically based and sound. It is leveled. So you can see here, there it is. You can see here, so level 1 is in white, level 2 is in green, and level 3 is in blue. So my original thought was I was just going to do this with all 3. So I would read the white with everybody, the green with my middle schooler, and then add on the high school portion for my 9th grader. Since I found God Made Plants and we still have God Made Animals, I really, really want my younger daughters to be able to experience those curriculums. So we may or may not do this as a group. I'm not sure just yet. We've always done science as a group, but now that we have this larger span between the kids, I really want to make sure that each of them is getting the information they need at their level and enjoying the activities at their levels as well. So I'm going to play that by ear. I'm not sure just yet. But for sure, my son will be doing this. I may even finish off God Made Animals with him as well and just do a credit of general science with an emphasis on zoology, and then whatever units we get through here. Now, in this particular teacher guide, it has workbook questions for each section. It does have a suggested daily schedule that looks like this if I decide to follow it exactly. I'm not sure. I like to add things all the time. If I find books along the way, then I'm adding them in. As we're doing oceans, for example, over here with him, I want to make sure I try to coordinate that with the God Made Plants oceans and then to our field trip at the aquarium. So I want to keep it open for that, but I do want to use this as a tool. I like these worksheets. They're very simple, very easy to kind of follow along, and each one also has an activity. So some of them are like, for example, create a flash flood safety poster for your family, sketch the strong wind currents in the clouds shown on page 43, write a report on hail. So I love that it has drawing activities, writing activities built into this, and I can pick and choose the ones that are most relevant for us. So that's a key thing that I liked about Masterbook's curriculum, is that it continues those hands-on activities, those drawings. We did a lot of notebooking when the kids were younger, their nature notebooks and those types of things. So I wanted to continue that all the way through high school, and I think this is really going to help us do just that. So this is what I have so far. I'd love to hear about your homeschool journeys as well. So please share in the comments below what's working for you, what you're loving about your science curriculums, what grade levels you're using them for, and hopefully just create a common thread of inspiration for others that are coming along to visit and looking for some ideas as well. But that's what I have for now. I will continue to try to do this once I have my discipleship resources put together, history, and so forth. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe on your way out, and I hope to see you here next time. Happy homeschooling.